Welcome back, everybody. Today on this life coaching video, I want to talk to you about the self-critic. What is it and how do we deal with it? Let's dive right into it. So what is my self-critic? My self-critic is the part of me that is scared. It is the part of me that is used to surviving and fighting its way through life. It is the part of me that is used to getting things done in a certain way that is not highly beneficial to us. A lot of the time, it's very beneficial. It is not a part of us that wants to hurt us or damage us in any way. It's just a part that's scared, and it's the only way it knows how to do. Most of the time, like I said, it's not helpful, but some of the times it is helpful, because when we criticize ourselves, we become better. When we give ourselves feedback, we are open to change. So there are many things that the self-critic is trying to do to help us, but it's just doing it in a way that is harmful. Okay, so don't think about it as a part of you that you want to eliminate or fix or get rid of, because that will never happen. It is an emotion like every other emotion that wants attention. It wants to be looked at and recognized, and then it wants to be dealt with. How do we deal with it? How do we give it a new meaning and a new purpose? Let's talk about that. So what do I do with my self-critic? First of all, you got to recognize that it's a part of you, like we just talked about. Second, you want to give it a name or an energy like a self-critic. So every time that it comes, you can identify that it's coming from that place, that it's coming from that part of you that wants to say something in a certain way. Because when it's anger, we are very adapt to knowing how anger looks like and sounds like and feels like. But self-critic is sneaky. It comes to you in different ways. Sometimes it's the part of you that says, well, you shouldn't have done that way. Or it's the part that criticizes you. Or it's the part that is making you kind of not even like yourself in the moment because of something that you've done. It's the part of you that has expectations, and they're sometimes so high that you can't even reach them. It's the part of you that says, I know you're trying, but nothing is ever good enough. So all of these things that the self-critic does, I want you to start identifying them. So self-awareness is always step number one in any self-improvement, because if you don't know what is happening, you won't be able to work on it. So be mindful and self-aware on what it is that it looks like, sounds like, and feels like, so we can actually deal with it. The second thing we want to do with our self-critic is talk to it, converse with it. You're basically doing some sort of an inner child process with your own subconscious. So you want to ask it, what is really going on with you? So close your eyes, identify that part of you that is speaking, and ask a question. Why are you so nervous about this? Why are you judging me in this way? Why are you this? Why are you that? And it's not just why questions. What will make you feel better? What can I do for you? So it's coming from compassion and listening to that need inside of you that wants to be heard, that is being currently expressed by your self-critic. Okay? So developing self-compassion and being in a conversation, in a healthy, open conversation with this part of yourself, and finding out what makes it tick, what does it need, what does it want, what can make it feel better, so we can actually get to it. So not your logical mind needs to answer the question. Your emotional body needs to answer these questions. Now that we know kind of what it is and what it wants, it's time to actually deal with it. So first of all, by now, looking at it, identifying it, listening to it, in the first two steps that we've done, the self-critic will probably suppress itself by at least 30-40%. Because once you listen to an emotion, it immediately just relaxes. Think about a child that wants attention from his mommy. He's going to sit there and be like, mommy, mommy, mommy. And she's going to be like, I'm busy, and not answer him or her. Right? Mommy, mommy, mommy. And every time the emotion is not getting attention, aka the child, is going to raise its voice, and it's going to start being more amped up, and it's going to start maybe throwing a tantrum. So the idea is, the minute you listen to it and just say, hey, honey, what do you want? It's just going to say, I just wanted to play. I just wanted your attention. So it's as simple as that, okay? So start looking at your emotions as little children that just want a good room in your heart for your attention and your love and your compassion. So now that it's decreased, let's dive into what we can do about it. So our self-critic, like I said, only knows how to provide solutions in this type of way. So you want to try and give it a different meaning and a different purpose now that you know what it wants. And it's specifically on your personal journey that you'll know exactly what your own critic wants. Is it about the expectations? What is it about for you? Am I attaching myself to my achievements? It could look like and feel like in all different sorts of ways. It can come from relationships. The core issue can change regarding to what you're going through. But how do we deal with our self-critic? We give it a new meaning, a new purpose. So I want you to find a healthy new purpose that your self-critic can speak to you and can give you ideas and solutions in which you are going to find them helpful. So for example, in time where you're not holding yourself up accountable, you can use your self-critic to help you be like, okay, maybe I'm actually slacking a little bit. Maybe I'm just like stagnating in my performance a little bit. Maybe I've stopped in my personal development road. But again, it needs to come from compassion, because maybe it's just time for you to rest and not time for you to push forward. So is it because I'm taking it easy on myself? Is it because I'm feeling like I can do it? That's where your self-critic can be used as a motivation, as a self-help tool. Okay? So find a healthy new perspective solution for your self-critic to speak to you in a way that is helpful and not harmful. Number two, you want to remind your self-critic that you are driving the car. It can take the back seat. So it can help, it can be useful, you can listen to it in different times when you choose it to be right. Like if I had expectations on myself, then now I'm using it to make sure that I don't have, like, I'm not pushing myself too much, but I'm also not slacking. Okay? So I'm keeping myself accountable and honest in regards to my personal development. And so now that you've given it a second solution, a second kind of purpose, now you can actually tell it, but buddy, you are sitting in the back seat. I am the one driving the car. So you can give me ideas once in a while or listen once in a while in the way that I see fit, but I'm not going to let you drive the car, because when you do that, the only way you know how is through fear. And I don't want to live my life afraid and in pain. Okay? That's why I don't want to self-criticize myself. Okay, so you gotta leave it in the back seat and give it a secondary position, not the leading position. And last but not least, you need to make sure that you are not believing, you're not buying into the idea, because you've seen how much suffering it costs you, that self-criticizing yourself is the way to improve. Because every behavior that sustains itself has a payoff. Basically has something that is beneficial for you that you are not aware of, that you are clinging on to, and therefore the behavior is sustaining itself. So the self-critic is, in the end, also you. So you are choosing to self-criticize yourself subconsciously or consciously because you've bought into the idea that self-criticizing yourself is the way to go. Maybe you grew up with a mother or father that are highly self-criticized, but they're also successful. So you've seen the pain that it causes, but you've also seen how it helped them become who they are and what they were able to achieve. So you have to stop believing the idea that self-criticizing yourself, going hard on yourself, going more mean on yourself in your head is the way to go, because it is not. What is the way to go? The way to go is to look honestly and being honest with myself and keeping myself accountable, but always come from love, not from fear. Always try to be better with myself, more compassionate with myself, allow myself to be more of who I am. See, we self-criticize ourselves because there are things that we think we should do. And there is no should. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it because I'm so passionate about it. These are the things I want you guys to focus on to doing in terms of achievements or career or relationship. If you listen to yourself, you wouldn't, and you made the right choice in the moment, you wouldn't have to criticize yourself after. Okay, so we're eliminating times in which we would normally criticize ourselves. So that lowers the self-critic even more. By now, it should be like 20% than you started off with. And then the last 20%, you want to make sure that you are giving it the time to understand this is not the way I choose to go. Going harder on myself is not better. Grinding more is not better. Okay, so I'm going to be more honest with myself, yes, but I'm also going to be more compassionate with myself and allow my self-critic to just relax. Take the back seat. You don't have to worry about it. I'm driving the car. I'm in charge. I know what's right for us. I'll show you the best way. Look how happy we can be this way. And it will just relax and leave you alone. So it's just a part of you that's scared, okay? So now you know how to deal with your self-critic, what to do about it, and how to give it a new purpose, and a few steps to go about this. I hope this helps you guys, and if you have any questions, comment down below, and I will get to it. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.